I've encountered a young man shouting something in the streets. Traitors, traitors to all humankind that sold their souls, hearts and minds to shit forever. People were rushing by afraid, mocking or speaking in between to each other. Random females giggled, pointing to the maniac, yet I decided to approach him, to stop for a while and ask him about his calling about. Why is it that you call people traitors? I inquired, that is not what I lived for, that is not the world I fought for, that is not what it was all about. He cried and yelled, what is it that you want from people? I asked him again, I don't want anything from people, I only pitch my song high, and with regret I see that no one is following. I reach for beauty of utmost nobility, met with ancients, yet I found myself alien to this world and remote from it. This world is ugly, and it's torn my heart to pieces. Now see, I shout at them, because I hate them. He replied. I pondered his words deeply and did not reproach him in any way, saying thusly, I may empathize with you, but don't you think that pitching your song too high, others may not follow, and now you only estrange the rest from your goals. There is no blame in you, for you followed a righteous and splendid task. I continued, would you like me to talk with you about the virtues which you followed, so that you don't feel betrayed by this world, but commit to upholding those values that are dear to your heart? I asked him in a friendly manner, it is already too late, I have only malice for the rest. How long can one fight amongst the blind without resorting to hatred? How many punishments can one receive for living one spirit, nature and soul to the greatest, and being punished by the petty things of life, like a swarm of locusts that belittle and mock those things? He replied, that is the Confucian virtue of yea, you are not a liar, nor a deceiver. Your honesty is well intended, your malice a raging wrath that puts you on same terms with the sun gods. Shamash and I would be blessing you, for even greatest of wretches is touched by their rays. Even the greatest of noble people cannot be dishonest in their light. It is thus that force that is honest and distributes its rejuvenating light to all creatures, great and small, upbred about things it is enough to straighten the roots, so that you won't grow steadfast in wrong paths. For there are many people honest about their beliefs, but they may remain unquestioned and inconsistent, thus of no use to the common good. Do you think that the virtue of Ren, that of benevolence, charity, and humanity, has died out in you? Or that due to estrangement it becomes something of a twisted branch that was cut and no longer is strengthened and vivified by the common bond? I asked, you speak to me of virtues that I do know, yet I know people too well. They are impudent, arrogant, ungrateful, and would rather chase their whim or caprice when they are well off and fed than look towards the greater whole. He replied, that characterize a small people, that their attention is caught by whichever they can hold in their mind as a plaything, that their dreams rarely reach beyond their own affairs. I suppose you are not like the inferiors that you profess to hate, but you prefer to walk the higher grounds and inspire this matter that may be shaped toward to further the aim and toils of the whole, despite their foolishness, lack of consequence or foresight, instead of pushing them deeper into the abyss that you so lavishly want to see. Shy is a virtue of proper knowledge that derives from observation and guidance, that surpasses the common and is not a simply overturned code that knows yet does not know, that does not know yet inverts all its wiser workings. I replied, yet how may I retain this view, as if I would be on the watchtower contemplating the heavens and looking down towards the whole of humanity, with a virtue of and faithful to the creative forces of divine motions, and integral within, whereas all changes and even my mind is taken over by greater motions of these evils that you speak about. Fight the corruption with grand blockades and eradicate petty motives and hatreds before they grow into you. After all, you witnessed how easily it perverts your aspiration, and after you reminded of your goals and ideas, but they lose all meaning that previously were acquired. They lose their blood, and you daring to ignore or even cynically mock them. You mock yourself for that. You must establish a tradition that derived from cultural features of the ancients outshines that of the present, yet does not disregard modernity. May your inner coordinates guide you based on insightful studies. May your practice be permeated by the motions of divinities and the invisible worlds which endow you with a smile. Bitterly, to have authority over people. Do not turn bitter, that will only displace your aims. And if you no longer want the authority, how do you imagine you will influence anyone else with your Pythagorean liar? If detuned it will anger you, yet as you find solace in solitude, then remember to put the greatest of efforts into preserving your humor and courtesy. Remain open and friendly, overcome your inner turmoil with a wise and paternal approach towards people. They will be ungrateful many times over, but they naturally come and go. I replied, be merciful and bear with them in a thorough and steadfast manner, like a true pagan should. They would be soon utilizing me and attempting to slander me, or much worse, betray. He said, bear it with dignity, I shall discipline you, young man. I shouted, fortunately understood and laughed. Now I understand, to stay firm within and without, with strength, with armament, or worse, without. To be a strong in a top sling, you'll learn find as some even press you once brethren, and you carry it in a camera by the mop in the step to by full the feather stay with you on the almighty phone. I see though, you ought to see you already fall through where this fruit don't stay. Stay in the cave. I mentioned you will do wrong at a time to people. Hard bodies, orders are necessary. You must interfere with the Australian smile. Humanity, you see, what it quite you how it drives. As if being self-swallow. Where it were broken, it poops and months before it's met you. This worry, you're gonna be found. He laughed, pit him to an out to the nip, and looked at terrorist approach inside their pub. Until now considered with your words, when you take that faith and to your earth from the bulbs. Others will turn to measure with the poet's wide-eyed days. Three wings of dangerous pain. I'm a melody rapping the legs fight. Paladins takes you all into the tragedy, and your words do not give us if you think as for those if they chew with yourself too much stuff. Whether the real you retains this war moons up thoughts, so I don't think through and run beyond these of a some moral state. Don't cheat, oh that's so old said it. That's way they chambered a lot, but they never had harmony. These the mighty eyes that laid for commerce of ancients. The invent on the rhyme to enjoy this small pressure for wrongs be more like disappear into vice, a tune into murdering John and line. The stars sweat and up terrain. How were you? It makes me put inside and it's all I'm reaching a for you. Move on, safe up for it through the stuff. The other stuff rolling over the nothing in curfew. They're small and control.
told when to enter.